Hello YouTube and welcome back to our channel. I'm Lee and once again behind the camera you have the lovely Lonnie. Today we have prepared for you today some Japanese chicken curry and rice. And if you want to learn how we prepare this dish, go ahead and continue watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about our channel. Thank you.
All right, so here are the ingredients for our chicken curry. So we need chicken, and this is 2 good-sized chicken breasts that I chunked up. I got 3 small gold potatoes that I just cut into quarters. I got half a red bell pepper and half a green bell pepper. This is half of a yellow onion that I just chunked up as well. I tried to make everything all the same size. And then these are 3 carrots peeled and just roughly chopped. Now for the curry, this is the brand that I use. I use the Golden Curry and it's in medium hot. So that's what it'll look like. Doesn't that look yummy? This is what I grew up with. It was always easy to make Japanese curry this way. And it comes in a block form like this. So we're going to use the whole block because I personally like the sauce more so than I like the filling that's in it. Now you can use regular water, 2.5 cups of water, but I like to make it a little bit more rich. So I'm adding a can of coconut milk, and I just used the Trader Joe's brand, the light coconut milk. This yielded about 1.75 cups, so I have another 3/4 cup of just water just to thin it out a little bit. Of course, we need olive oil to saute everything first, and then I have sea salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. So let's go ahead and start cooking. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start cooking. So I got a good size medium sauce pot here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the flame. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put some olive oil. Now, sorry for all the shakiness, but I am a one-man show today. So I would say about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So we'll go ahead and get that heated up. And just so you guys know, I've already started my rice. I have my rice cooker here. I love this. The Asian in me, of course. Always, you have to have a rice cooker at home, but I have white rice in here. You can cook brown rice also, but I didn't have enough brown rice. And I also have the purple rice or imperial rice, but I didn't have enough of that also. So I just cooked the white rice. So we got that cooking in there. Right. So my olive oil, it's about heated up almost. And I got maybe about a medium high heat. And I'm going to go ahead and start with my onions. Put that in there. And get that going. Stir that around. Get that all nice and coated with the olive oil. Break up some of those big chunks. And again, this is just of course you can make Japanese curry the traditional way, you know, with the curry powder and all that. They have that Japanese curry that you can use. I don't know if I actually have it, but they sell it in the grocery store. It's not like the Indian curry. It's a little bit different, but otherwise, you know, unless you want to go through that whole process of going through with, you know, spices to create your curry sauce, the block is just fine. Just an easy way to do it. And I've YouTubed other channels, and surprisingly, a lot of Japanese people also use the curry block, so it's not so bad. You know, I'm not really cheating the system here. Still getting the same end result and good flavor. So that's about how I'm going to cook the onions. I mean, it's not completely softened and translucent, but it is going to cook some more while we simmer all the ingredients together in the coconut milk and the water. So I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken. And we buy chicken in bulk, and then I just portion it out, 2 breasts to a pack, depending on how big the breasts are. And that seems to work out for us. I'm not really a white meat person. Lee is. I'm more of a dark meat, you know, as far as my chicken goes. But we always have breast meat on hand because it's so versatile compared to dark meat, although I still prefer the dark meat flavor. But yeah, so I go ahead and portion it out, and then as we need it, I take it out. And then I always rinse my chicken. So I don't know if you guys ever have that habit, but I always rinse it, and I still trim off a lot of the fat. Even though it's breast meat and it's more lean of a cut, I still go ahead and trim it off anyways. So as that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and season it. Add some garlic powder. And I'm pretty generous in it because I'm using garlic powder, not garlic salt. So I can control the salt content. Some black pepper. And then some sea salt. Give that another stir. And then we will cover it up and get the chicken cooking a little bit more before we add all the other vegetables. Alright, so the chicken is not cooked all the way, but it is pretty much browned up, which is what I wanted, just to help seal in some of that juice in the chicken chunks, since it is a breast meat and it is easy to dry out. So we go ahead and add our hard vegetables, our carrots, and then I have my potatoes here, which I had soaking in water just so it doesn't brown up. And the water is fine. I don't mind a little bit of water going in there because the steam can help, since we didn't use that much oil. Okay, so get that all stirred up. Mix it all up, and then I'm going to cover it up again just to get it browning. And do that for just a couple minutes. Okay, so potatoes and the carrots have been cooking with the chicken. Let out some of its juice. Now we're going to go ahead and add our coconut milk. That in there. And you may want to add a little bit of water later on down the line, just in case. I know the block only calls for 2.5 cups of water, but you know, it may thicken up a little bit and be a little too thick for your taste. And if it is, then you'll just add a little bit of water just to thin it out. We're going to go ahead and get this block added. And we're going to use, like I said, this whole block. So we'll go ahead and break that up. And it comes in little chunks, so you can go ahead and easily just break it. Just gonna do that. There. And stir it around. And it'll just dissolve in there. So once that dissolves, we'll taste it for seasoning again. And you want to stir it constantly because it will stick to the bottom of the pan. So once it fully dissolves and incorporates into the juice, then we'll come back and we'll add the bell peppers and then re-season everything. So everything is melted in, the curry blocks are melted into the broth. So now we're just going to let it cook, continue to cook until the meats and the potato and carrots are softened, and then we'll add our bell peppers. So close the lid, and I have it at medium heat right now. Okay, so it's been a few minutes now that it's been simmering, and as you can see, it's nice and thickened up, and the potatoes should be soft. So just run my fork through it, and it does go in easily. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the bell peppers. Since that's the last of our vegetables, give that a stir and let that cook up a little bit more. Until the bell peppers soften a little bit, and then we should be ready to serve it. Our rice has 2 more minutes to go. So by the time the rice is done, we should be ready for dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up again. Turn the heat down to about there, a little under medium. Let it cook for a little bit longer, and then I'll taste it just to see if it needs any more salt or anything like that. But other than that, it's almost ready. Chicken curry, Japanese style chicken curry. Come right back. All right, so it's been simmering for a few minutes now, and I went ahead and I tasted it, and I don't need any other seasoning, so everything is good to go. And there we have it, chicken curry, Japanese style. I'm gonna go ahead and plate up our food and then show you the finished product, and we are gonna have us some dinner. Here you go. This is gonna be so good over top rice. Oh, this is my childhood right here.